This afternoon, we received a copy of the Live Sport Audit Report, which has been distributed to the media and members of Parliament. Joining us now is Larry Lumsden to tell us more of what is contained in this report. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening to you, Samantha, and good evening to Trinidad and Tobago. The audit into the controversial Live Sport program states that the widespread nature of the breaches, it is so difficult to understand how they went unnoticed by Ministry of officials at the Ministry of Sport. Now, the report says that it had been considered that there was involvement by officers of the ministry. The report highlighted the examples of a $34 million payment to eBeam Interact Limited, which went ahead despite external attorneys advising that payments could be contested and resisted. It was recommended that the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Commissioner of Police look into the breaches identified and prosecute if possible. Now, the report continues and heard in our previous report, and the reviews are as follows in the following points. The report listed numerous examples of various breaches, including the Ministry of Sport increasing the number of live sports centers without cabinet approvals. Initial payments were paid in cash to participants. Coordinators seemed to have criminal records, which made them unsuitable for participants. Several centers does not have fixed or proper place to operate, and the number of coaches being paid was more than the actual number of coaches in the program. The Ministry of Sport designed the Live Sport program to induce unemployment in young men to get involved in sport in order to redirect their lives into productive activities and positive engagements. The objective of this program is to reduce crime in Trinidad and Tobago. The intention is to bring about social transformation in the lives of young men, joining the program by strengthening their cognitive, personal and interpersonal abilities. It is expected that these young men would have been able to make informed decisions, manage their finances, and communicate effectively and build healthy relationships. Now, the following persons were interviewed when this audit took place. Mr. Cornelius Price, Program Director, the Board of Directors of the Sport TT, Mr. John Montelai, ex-CEO of Sport TT, Mr. Anil Roberts, the Honorable Minister of Sport, Mr. Ashwin Creed, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Sport, and Mr. Adolphus Daniel, President, CEO of eBeam Interact Limited. Samantha, these are just some of the accusations in this report, and of course the report, as indicated by the Prime Minister, has been forwarded to DPP and the police, and in addition to the Integrity Commission.
Thank you so much, Larry Lumsden, there, giving us an idea of what the Live Sport Audit Report contains. Now, immediately after the Prime Minister made the announcement concerning the Live Sport program, Chaguanas West MP Jack Warner trained his guns on his former cabinet colleague, Minister of Sport Anil Roberts. Peter Christopher again brings details on the debate.
The Chaguanas West MP led the private motion for the censure of the Minister of Sport in the Law House on Friday. Taking to his feet after the statement by the Prime Minister, which confirmed that the Live Sport program had been terminated, Mr. Warner said the transgression in the Live Sport program were even more glaring considering the stance taken by Minister Roberts against Calder Hart.
Man, it pains me to stay here on this side and talk about having a minister censured for financial irregularities, especially the Minister of Sport. You know why, Madam Deputy Speaker? It was we who sing morning, noon, and night about Calder Hart and Ken Julian, about Utara Wow. There was no debate could take place in this Parliament if those names weren't mentioned.
The Chaguanas West MP then began listing some of the financial irregularities which occurred under the program and claimed several businesses suddenly sprung up to collect money from the program. But his words brought an objection from the Minister of Sport himself.
Some of these are small businesses, individuals and partnerships. Many of these companies are unregistered. How can a ministry, a minister, a permanent secretary deal with a company that is not registered? In no way in the world this happens.
Madam Deputy Speaker, 36.5, the honourable member knows ministers do not deal with companies, procurement in any form or fashion. So please, stay calm.
Overruled. You may continue, member.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
But Mr. Warner was not finished. He hilariously claimed it was more profitable to attempt to get a live sport contract than buying a lottery ticket.
Live sport program, Deputy Speaker, right? I reached the stage, but it was, of course, given NLB, National Lotteries Board, serious trouble. Because people were saying, don't play lotto, play live sport. So NLB was against serious trouble.
The Chaguanas West MP also raised concerns that several other serious topics had been ignored up to this point in the lower house. Peter Christopher,